Delivery day. We got our homie Lee C parts. Ship something. Stop the video right now and guess what's in that. And then the even homier homie, no offense to Lee C parts, but we love Jesse Streeter. He's the Japan Lee C kind. He just said he doesn't part out cars. Send me some wheels and you'll notice that 10J. It's a good sign. Let's open this shit.
Would that make you mad?
Oh my god. No one packs in the game like Lee C parts packs in the game. Oh my gosh. Go. Higher. Alright, let go. Alright, put all the paper back. These are what Streeter sent. These have a build date of 2005. They're OG, triple OG. These are lighter than the new OG, which is OG2. They're not really OG anymore, but a little bit lighter. These were used very lightly, and these are a holy grail spec. These are 17 by 10 plus 18 offset. On my GTR, I run 9.5, 12, because they stopped the 10s for some reason, but these are in such good shape for being almost 20 years old. These are, you know, 17 years old or something. It's insane. So, anyway, got the Juke R seats for the 350Z from Lee C. Got to get mounts and brackets and sliders and shit. Got the TEs in. These will go in my collection until I decide one day I want to use them for something, but I just couldn't let these go. Only one of them has like the smallest nick. It kind of hurts my soul right here. I don't know if you can see it, but what do you expect from 17-year-old wheels? Good morning. It's morning. It's not morning. Get with it. Anyway, today, yesterday, someday, got back with the GTST. Our boy Grant is here. I told him he's gotta take a ride in it. I don't think he ever drove it, rode in it, did anything back in the day. What are you looking at?
What a throwback, dude. Holy shit. I think it still looks insane for how long it's been built.
Yeah.
Like, it still looks awesome.
It looks great.
Hell yeah, dude. This is so, what a throwback this is.
You gotta drive it.
This is sick.
You're gonna be like, oh, remember how you were saying like, I don't know if I like Skyline. You gotta drive this thing.
All right.
I realized this morning that this thing does a backup noise when it's in reverse, but this car used to be auto.
That's why it does it.
Oh.
My JZX does the same thing.
So it was like when the lights turn on.
But it's crazy, whoever manual swapped this, wired it in so the reverse lights still work.
That was me.
You didn't do that.
Yes.
No.
I wired this.
You didn't.
It's the wiring
wire
specialties
shit.
harness.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think it's just a plug-in. That clutch will take a little getting used to. So I did a little burnout.
You did do a burnout?
Yeah, when I got back. Fucking gnar-dogged.
Forgot how quiet this car was also.
Nismo Weldina.
Oh, this car is sick.
The brakes are fucking
The brakes
sick.
are good, yeah.
It's gnarly.
I like, see, this is what happens. Every day I'm with you, I'm like, fuck Skyline sucks.
He literally,
and you just go, just drive this car really quick.
2 days ago, he's like, I like Skylines, I'm not a Skyline guy, they don't really do anything for him. I'm like, yeah, you gotta ride a good one. He needs a 4-door, 25 Neo, small turbo, fucking small turbo, just like, and the noises, dude.
The noises.
Have you heard of Skyline that makes better noises?
No. I'll be honest, Skylines make the best noises.
The best noises.
They make the best noises. Oh, it's so good, dude.
When he does that, the airbox is like, fuck, it looks like a fucking drum.
This thing is sick.
It's gnarly. Drop it right down in a second. Fuck third.
And I don't know, is this a Spectrum turbo?
No, there's a HKS 3037.
It just keeps going and
It's
going
pretty good,
and
but for
going.
some reason, Car stopped making power at 465 wheel, and I don't remember what it was. It's the turbo, so I'm considering sending it to Spectrum, keeping the HKS-ness of it, but having them stuff something in the center.
Be cool. Yeah.
Go down the second. So gnarly. Oh, I almost dropped my camera. It's so good.
This car's sick.
It's so fun.
FEI finance this thing for me or what, dude?
My favorite part that I forgot about is how good the brakes bite. I couldn't believe it.
I tapped it and I went, oh.
They have like really good pads or something.
They're.
I put them in before we went to LZ open house because I didn't know what kind of fuckery we were gonna do. You're good. It's not that well.
I don't know, man.
You never know. The clutch, I need to do some of the clutch. That twin disc isn't it.
It's not it, and it lets off really high.
Dude, and it's because this car is boosterless, so GTRs have boosters.
Oh, so it's a GTR clutch without the
Correct.
GTR Master.
You're good. Give it the fucking beans for a second. It'll light them up. It's fast.
This thing is sick, dude.
It's fast.
It's fast.
It's like very comparable to my old four-door. My old four-door made more peak. I would say sooner. It made more horsepower sooner, but fell off. This pulls the red line, but doesn't make as much horsepower, which is a weird feeling because it's less horsepower, but it's just a little bit bigger turbo. I think if Spectrum does their work, this thing will be the gnarliest turbo for a Neo.
So it drops a little bit between gears.
Yep.
It just needs like maybe 100 or 200 RPM.
Just a little
and then
touch.
It'll stay in
so if
time.
you fucking bang second, I think you're also shifting too soon. You can go to 8 to Neo.
Limiter.
You hit limiter? Oh,
Yeah.
in first.
Let's see.
Gotta get that third gear down.
I know.
So the rear feels like that. It's all bullshit adjustable arms that need to come out.
Is that why it wheel hops?
I hate them. Yeah, and it's like the Michelin's don't help.
Yeah.
But once I put like Nismo arms in it in a normal subframe,
As soon as it started wheel hopping, I let off and then rolled back in and it was fine.
It's weird because I've never felt a GTR or an S chassis do that except for when you have all those stupid fucking arms.
You think that's what just because everything's so solid?
I feel like they might wheel hop, but they don't feel like that.
Yeah,
that motherfucker feels like it's coming apart.
Feels like a Mark IV GTI when you do a burnout.
Yeah, it does feel like hella front wheel drive.
Yeah.
So when you pull in, go like close to the canter, like where those marks are. You see the marks I did today, and just do a 1-2 burnout.
A burnout.
Yeah, like right there. Let me get out. Actually, I'm gonna get out because it sounds so fucking rad.
Do you want me to go in a second?
You can bang second. That's what I did, and I just hung it out. It was a little scary, but. Dude, that thing is so fucking aggressive sounding. How gnarly is that car, dude?
It's crazy because, like, at idle, you're like, oh, a nice little RB20.
Dude.
And then at limiter, it sounds like a fucking...
That sounds like Japan.
That is sick.
Is it probably the best burnout car I've ever owned, like sounds-wise and just...
I think I need one of these.
Dude,
Is it 25 Neo?
25 Neo.
Okay, all right.
3037.
I'll do it.
You need a 4-door with like gangster low.
Why is limiter so good? Is it the Hall Tech?
I don't know.
It's gnarly.
That's a gnarly limiter.
Oh, it's so good.
You can see it start the wheel hop in the beginning, and then
I just let off.
you let off a little, and then get right into it, and then it might just get a lot of grip. There's just a lot of wheel movement, and I think it's the arms. This thing is so good. So, well, anyway, Grant's here for a reason. We'll go do that reason. Maybe we'll come back to this. Well, that was fun. So, it's a new day. and I am trying to figure out ways to improve upon the GTST quickly, you know, like this. We don't have much of the season left, and I do want to drive this car a bunch before the end. So let's get into the parts I have, and actually it begins out here. Got these two parts cars. This one is junk. I mean, it's fine, but it's junk. I'm gonna yank the rear subframe out of this car and render it useless for a little bit because I want to swap it into the GTST. And the reason I want to do that is because I think I put a 14 subframe in this. So that widens it. It's kind of annoying. I don't remember. Actually, I could just get on the ground and look. But if my memory serves me, I put a 14 subframe in this and swapped a bunch of shit around. I want to go back to a 13 subframe so I can narrow the track, because as you know, a 14 is about 20 millimeters wider than a 13. So the first order of business is getting the subframe out of that. Second order of business is going to be the white crash car we got out there. Came with some good parts. All Nismo arms. This. We don't have the rear toe arm, but that's easy enough. So we've got most of the arms. I'll clean those up. We'll throw them in the S13 subframe, and I'll be able to go back to like a more factory style setup. I'm considering changing the diff in the car. It has a 430. I might just throw a GTR diff in it to bring it to 411, or a 240 diff to bring it to 408. The 430 is brutal, and when that thing makes more power, it's gonna top out. I think it tops out like 150 miles an hour. That sucks. So I have a bunch of diffs here. This is a GTR. This is a 13. This is a 13. That is a 13. So we're gonna go through those. One of these might be an S14, but with the wrong cover. Was this a GTR diff? No, that was the 14. Yeah, that was the 14. So 14 or 15, 13. All different. You'll notice this flange here and the ABS means it's an ABS diff. No ABS, no ABS. So we're gonna have to look at that car so we don't have to fuck with the drive shaft. Hopefully it is a non-ABS diff, and I've got a bunch of limited slips and stuff like that for it. So I'll go through that, but that's gonna be the second order of business, changing the gearing a little bit. Right now it's just too much. It's cool for like quick bursts in the back roads, but once it makes more power, if we go there, it's gonna be brutal. And I don't wanna just spin, unless I can get my hands on a 6-speed. Rudnick's old depressing office has turned into more parts. Last order of business is I wanna put this whole trunk setup on the car. Reason being, the one that's on it, at some point, the little tabs here were bent up. I don't like that. I do have another trunk that's GTST, which maybe I'll run that. I haven't quite decided, but I'm definitely gonna put a GTR wing on it. So besides that, I think there's not much else to change. I've got to talk to Spectrum about taking that turbo and making it a little bit gnarlier. If they think they can do it without hurting response, I think they can. What else? What else did I want to change? Oh, the intercooler. I also want to change the intercooler. I want to run this. If you remember, this is the intercooler off the GTR. It's a little thicker, it's a little better. I want to run that because what's on there right now is just a complete factory GTR intercooler. With all that being said, that should make the car infinitely better. One of the biggest issues with the car right now is there's a weird wheel hop thing happening it's okay, but it just sounds so bad. It sounds like you're breaking shit. And I think getting those arms out of there needs an e-brake. The e-brake doesn't work, so we'll be swapping in GTR e-brake cables and rear knuckles. Besides that, the brakes are really good. The body's pretty good. We'll fix up some body stuff, but it's already pretty set up. So might change some stuff aesthetically in the bay, shit like that, but for the most part, those are the changes. The only other thing I may do is take the Regas off. Because I have a bunch of LMGT2s, I would like to do a spec like this one, but in this colorway. I've just been dying to use a set of LMGT2s on a car, and I like this colorway on the gunmetal, the silver center with the polished lip. I don't love the polished lip, but I found if I do a full silver, it doesn't look quite as good. So besides all that, I think we're good. I I wanted to add an oil cooler, probably some cooling mods, but it's really pretty good. I was chilling at 184 degrees the whole time I was driving, which probably because it's 185 degree thermostat. Get AC in it and just finish the restoration because I just wasn't equipped to do it back then. So anyway, if you want to see the GTST build go down, just stay tuned. I'm going to be doing it very soon. If you don't, you're on the wrong channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time where I may be tearing into that S chassis. We've just got a lot of shit going on and no open lifts. So I don't know how long it'll be. But get excited. We got a bunch of shit going down with a bunch of different parts. So I'll see you guys next time. We are waiting on some stuff for the Evo. We're waiting on some stuff for the Z. I've got a lot of shit going on, and the shop is fully booked. So I'm not sure when we'll have time to do it, but hopefully soon. See ya.